The cell membrane is lipid bilayer, and there are some polar molecules that cannot pass through the non-polar lipid bilayer. The polar molecules cannot pass through the non-polar lipid bilayer, so they require the carrier protein of the membrane to facilitate their transport across this membrane. So the lipid bilayer has the non-polar tail part, so the polar molecule cannot pass through this non-polar part of the lipid bilayer, so this is why they require a carrier protein of the membrane to facilitate their transport across the membrane. So polar molecules cannot pass through the lipid bilayer. So in the gymnosperm there is one megaspore that 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 develops into a multicellular female gametophyte. It generates an egg, and by the female sex organs present inside, which is in two or more, that is orchigonia, and this female gametophyte present, that is developed inside the megasporangium. Megasporangium is equivalent to the ovule, and this multicellular, and this female gametophyte is retained within the megasporangium, means inside the megasporangium. So this is it. Okay, so the bacteria, these are the members belonging to the kingdom Monera. Monera kingdom has these are the prokaryotes. Why they are the prokaryotes? Because it has no nucleus, unlike the eukaryotes that has the nucleus. The membrane, what is nucleus? It is a membrane bound organelle. So talking about the bacteria, the vast majority bacteria, these are the heterotrophs. What about the autotrophs? Yes, they too belong to the autotrophs as well. In autotrophs there is two types of mode, that is the chemosynthetic, that from the inorganic nutrients, and then from the sunlight, that is the photosynthesis. So it does have the autotrophs, but the vast majority, these are the heterotrophs. Okay, so talking about the cell wall. So what about the cell wall? It can be a primary cell wall and it can be a secondary cell wall. In plant, there is the development of the secondary wall. You can see there is a development of the secondary wall after the primary wall. That is the capable of growth, and it gradually diminish as the cell matures. Then there is a secondary wall. What's the position of secondary wall? That is important to know. The secondary wall is formed on the inner side of the cell. It means that first is the membrane, cell membrane. There is plasma membrane. Then after that there is the formation of secondary wall, and after that there is primary. So it gets diminished, but after the plasma membrane there is formation of the secondary wall towards the cell. Okay, wait. So the majority of the chloroplast of the green plants are found in the mesophyll cells. So the chloroplast is present in the mesophyll cells, and the number it varies. Like in Chlamydomonas, it is 1 chloroplast per cell. Then there is a green alga that has the 20 to 40 chloroplast per cell. Okay, and then there is important point like mitochondria. The chloroplast, these are the double membrane bound of the two membranes, that is inner and outer membrane. The inner chloroplast membrane is relatively less permeable. Okay, and I will cover this in next reel. So here one point is that the chlorophyll pigments are present in the thylakoids. The pigments are present in the thylakoids. What is thylakoid? Thylakoids present in the chloroplast. So all living forms on earth depend on sunlight for energy. So all living forms on the earth, they depend on the sunlight for energy, and the use of energy from sunlight by plants doing photosynthesis is the basis of life on the earth. What is required for photosynthesis? The chlorophyll, light and oxygen. No, CO2. Okay. The O2 evolved by the green plant comes from the H2O, not from the carbon dioxide. The O2 evolved by the green plants come from the H2O, not from the carbon dioxide. This diagram shows the action spectrum of photosynthesis. So the cells of the human body, they exhibit amoeboid, ciliary and muscular movements. The cells of the human body exhibit amoeboid, ciliary and muscular movements. Muscles are also excitable, they also get excited. Hinge joint, that is the knee joint, and the ball and socket joint present between the humerus and the pectoral girdle, scapula and clavicle, that makes the pectoral girdle. And another thing is that the skeletal system is divided into axial and appendicular. Skull, vertebral column, ribs and sternum constitute the axial skeleton, and limb bones and girdles form the appendicular skeleton, and bones and cartilage constitute